F. F is for
frog. Horsey.
Spring is not often a season of rest on the homestead, but instead a time for growth, abundance, and fast-paced hard work. Admittedly, in my head, that is where I had hoped we would be by this point. Call me crazy, but I imagine by now we would be tidying up established garden beds, beginning to rotate animals out on beautiful pasture grasses, harvesting, processing, or preserving the first of our homegrown fruits, veggies, or homegrown lamb that we worked so hard to get onto our table. But instead, I find myself in a season of waiting and of slow and steady growth, as one naturally does as they are nearing the end of a pregnancy. If you are new here, my name is Hannah. For many years, in one way or another, I have been passionate about sharing the simple and intentional ways that we are building our life, now here on our 10-acre homestead. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm learning as I go, and I'd love it if you would stick around to watch my family and I grow. Join me today for part 1 of a chatty spring homestead update, where I share the hustle and bustle of new life on the farm and all that entails. I went and did a thing today. This is not at all surprising to most farmers and homesteaders. I went and picked up 10 Rhode Island red hens from one of the next towns over. It was almost an hour drive, and they were posted for free on Facebook Marketplace. They'll be a year old here in a month. They should be high production, good layers for quite some time. But like I said, I wasn't planning on getting chickens, so I gotta figure this one out myself. I think my plan's gonna be to stick them in the goat and the sheep barn. Obviously a very temporary place. This barn could use some cleanup to prep for kidding and lambing anyways, so it's no problem. I'll get in here and start cleaning it out and move the girls in here. This is always a really fun project, clearing out this barn, because it is dusty in here and the airflow is really not the best. I promise this isn't heavy, it's just very awkward. It's not an ideal setup, but I'll say it again and again. This year my motto is make do or do without. So here we are doing that. We're getting her done. Here's what we got going on. I need to open up this space for the mamas to get in here and get out of the rain. We're just going to utilize this sled, move all of these things into there, put it into the tack closet, and deal with it later. Really, really good at dealing with things later and making more messes for myself, but you know, there's always other things that have to be dealt with. Right, I got everything moved to the sled. The girls are scratching and pecking, looking for some mealworms. This is good for now. This is obviously a very temporary setup because we need to prep this for kidding and lambing, but we should be letting these girls in with the flock here soon. So I just wanted to deworm them and kind of give them a little bit of a quarantine just to make sure that they're nice and healthy. Yes, you do have some new friends. For the kids' fun little Easter present, I went and bought some baby chicks that we grafted underneath a broody mama. Let's check on them. I hear baby chicks chirping, so that's a good sign. Doesn't quite look like she's gotten them up to go eat and drink. So this morning I'm probably just gonna expedite the process a little bit, see if I can get her up and get the chicks to food and water. Get you up and show these babies where the food is. She's talking to them. Can you show them where the food is? Oh, what a good mama. I got 2 lavender Orpingtons and 2 black Australorps. Just from a local feed store. But I think that this is gonna be successful. This mama is super nice with the kids too, so I don't expect to have a lot of problems. I woke up to the biggest surprise this morning. Come on, sis. Bringing the kids out to show them the new babies. Oh my gosh. I knew she was close. And I thought I was going crazy when I walked out here this morning. I thought I heard a baby. She had 3! Covered in dirt. Just got plowed over by a mama trying to get a collar on her. But I got her some molasses water, ugh, some alfalfa, and some dirt in my mouth. Covered in shavings. I need to come back out here and do some more stuff with them, but as you can hear, my daughter is absolutely losing her mind. So, gonna throw her some hay, try to get the kids resettled inside, come back out here. This is life. Living on the homestead, doing things on my own. This is my farm that I have to manage. My husband is gone 90% of the time, so this is how it is. Good morning. Oh, good morning to you too, Jack. Please excuse my very raw, real, disheveled appearance. I came out here this morning to do morning chores, check on everyone, and I came out to 3 new babies. As a first freshener mom is kind of crazy. I don't have a ton of experience, but I know that that's not normal. This is gonna be all over the place. I'm just trying to get some stuff done out here, make sure they're all good. Right away, I was able to get her some molasses water, and I set up some hay for her over there in the corner. I really need to get a better look at that little guy over in the corner. It's probably the smallest one. She's being pretty attentive to these 2 over here, and that one's kind of just off by itself.
White spot on your head, you cutie.
Nice and warm. Are you hungry? Go see if your mama will let you eat. All right, let's check. You, Mr. White Spot, our boy. Cute little boy. And then
This gray one is so cute. Yeah, it's a girl. It's a little girl. Easy, mama. Oh, you're a boy. 2 boys, 1 girl. I got to see everybody nurse, so I'm happy with that. Everybody's up and lively. I got some colostrum paste into the little girl that I was worried about. Well, Max, you're a daddy. You went from 0 babies to 3 babies. She's about to have her babies sometime this week. Hello. Let me tell you something about these chickens. There's 9 Rhode Island Reds. Oh look, there they are all over there. And then this one's like a comet something, I don't know. They've never been around a rooster, so they're not very friendly with him. These are definitely not country chickens. They were absolutely raised in the city. They are very friendly. They have no idea how to go around and forage, so they have a lot to learn. All right, the kids are over there playing in the mud kitchen. I'm gonna go let the dogs out. Unfortunately, we are having to keep them locked up most of the time right now until we could get a system put into place to keep them home. We are having some issues with them wandering. We live on a busy highway with semi-trucks and people who do not go 50, which is the speed limit. And it's just a safety thing for them, for the people driving on the road. Don't ask me how it's going though, because there's still many days where I'm having to go pick them up or someone's having to bring them to me. So that's not ideal. Hi guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. You guys want to go see the babies? Come on. We've also determined through trial and error that GPS collars don't really work. Regular training, beep, vibrate shock collars worked great for Mabel when she was the only dog. Once we introduced Cooper, it was game over. They were wandering. We do have new chickens. I let them out a little earlier than I wanted to because we needed the barn for mamas to have their babies. This is gonna be my new pastime. Forget cleaning the house. I'm gonna sit out here and watch my sheep all day. Alright, we just got back from the chiropractor, running some errands for the afternoon. I really need to take advantage of my youngest sleeping in her car seat, get the barn cleaned out. Unfortunately, we are already missing one baby. I have a feeling it was one of my barn cats. She still has 2 lavender Orpington babies and 1 more black Australorp left, so. That's our no chicken coop because they do not roost in there. This is where they choose to roost, is on this pile of pallets right here. Before they were roosting on that shelf when we had it set over here. You can see that whole wall is smeared with chicken poop. So they like to roost anywhere but the coop that we built for them. And thankfully we have dogs that keep predators away, but it's definitely not ideal. The amount of dust that has settled into these feeders is absolutely miserable. It's definitely not the way we want to go if we want to continue to do a mineral bar. I want something that's more portable and easy to move and easy to clean and put under cover. Obviously, we are incredibly blessed to have moved onto a property with existing infrastructure. Not everybody is so blessed to be able to have that, and I know how much of a blessing it is, but when you're trying to run things in like a regenerative manner, so like deep bedding or rotating your animals, things like that, you kind of figure out that you need things to be more open, not as permanent. This barn is great. I honestly have minimal complaints about it. My biggest complaint is the airflow. If I could change one thing about this barn is the airflow, and I would make it to where this wall could completely open up to where we could get a tractor in and out, so we could do deep bedding over the winter, whether we choose to put the chickens or the goats or whoever in here, and then in the springtime we'd be able to bring the tractor in here and just scrape it all out. Took a shower this morning to go see the chiropractor, and probably gonna have to take another shower again tonight because that is farm life. Right now, I am throwing together a little herb buffet. These are just herbs that I keep on hand for my own pregnancies. There's nettle, oat straw, bay leaves, red raspberry leaf, alfalfa leaf. The alfalfa leaf is a little redundant. I do feed her alfalfa. I'm gonna throw out some alfalfa pellets for her as well. I do like to feed them every little immune boosting, milk boosting support that I can. I'm very curious to see what all they go after in here. The bay leaves is a different one for me. I've never given them bay leaves before, but I've seen that bay leaves can help with parasites. So this is all I have on hand for bedding right now. Shavings aren't necessarily my favorite, especially when it comes to lambing and kidding, but it's what I have to use, and I didn't prep this barn till now, so I guess that's on me. I think that mama is ready to lay down and relax though. So, all right, got fresh water, restocked on minerals, herbs, alfalfa pellets, free choice hay, fresh bedding. I think we are good to go. Just keep coming out here and checking and making sure everything looks all right. I've also been trying to get a lot of nesting tasks done. Today is the day that I had written on the calendar for Clover to kid.